Namaste yogis. This is our first day together and we're going to start with a floor practice today. So if you come all the way down onto the floor, onto your back, your feet are hip distance apart, we'll just scoot the hips in close to your heels and just arrive all the way on the floor. Feel the back of the head on the floor so the neck is nice and comfortable. We'll rest our hands on our abdomen and let the elbows come to the floor here. For the first few moments of the class, we'll just close our eyes and use this as time to center our awareness. Give our bodies and our minds time to arrive onto the mat. So firstly, just noticing, what have you brought to the practice today? What sensations make up your physical experience? How do you feel emotionally? Energetically? Mentally? And then we begin to notice your breath. Just noticing the rise and fall of your breath as you breathe in and out. Just noticing the quality of each breath. So is the breath deep, or shallow, or long, or short, or staggered, or something else? This is just a practice of checking in. No judgment. Just feeling the rise and fall of your breath beneath your hands. So maybe as you inhale, you can breathe into the abdomen, expanding it. And as you exhale, softening it and feeling it moving back down towards your spine. Breathing in, this is diaphragmatic breathing, expanding the abdomen on the inhale and softening on the exhalation. And just 2 more times like this. And then as this is a short practice, we'll start our movement practice today. So bringing your right knee into your chest and placing your hands just below the right knee and just feeling the lower back pressing into the floor here, dropping the head of the arm bones down towards the floor. And as you inhale, just allow the right knee to move away from you. As you do this, you straighten your arms and the lower back arches. And as you exhale, draw the knee in nice and slowly, feeling the lower back pressing into the floor. We'll just continue this movement 3 more times. So inhale, press it away. And the movement follows the breath. Begin your exhalation, draw the knee in. So nice and slowly with awareness, inhale, press that knee away. Exhale, draw the knee in. And just one more like this. Inhale, press the knee away. Exhale, draw the knee in. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. Just get a sense of what's happening in the lower back, the hips, the pelvis. What sensations are present there? And then from here, we'll take your right hand and place it behind your right knee. Rest your left hand on your left hip point and let that right knee fall out to the right hand side. Also let the left knee fall out to the other side so you get a sense of balance as the back of the hips are on the floor evenly. And then as you press this, you can begin to press this right knee out into your hand here and draw the leg in using your hand if you're not feeling any sensation in the right inner thigh. So this is the purpose here. So we're using these shapes to feel our bodies, using the yoga to get into the bodies rather than the bodies to get into a yoga position. So we're training our minds with awareness. So you're hugging that right knee in towards you at this angle and then pressing the hamstrings back out into your hand. And then just staying aware of wherever you feel the most sensations in the belly of the muscle, maybe here. Just breathing into what you're feeling Just one more breath in here, inhale. And as you exhale, we'll take this right ankle across your left thigh. This is a really nice, safe beginner's pigeon stretch for the buttock and the thigh. So doing it on our back. So the ankle is across the left leg. We can lift that left leg only if it feels comfortable. So if you find if you lift this leg and this head is off the floor and that you're straining, take that foot back on the floor and just really focus on opening the right knee away from you. You also have the option of putting a block or a book underneath the left foot to raise it a bit so you have a little bit of a deeper stretch. But if you can comfortably take your hands behind your left thigh or in front of your left shin, we'll do that. And as we draw that left leg towards you, keep your right foot flexed so that we're not overstretching into the ankle here. So either hands behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Draw the knee towards you, open that right knee away. And now we get a nice stretch in the right buttock and the right thigh and the right hip. So again, just stay really present with what you're feeling. One more breath in here, inhale. And as you exhale, we place the left foot on the floor. We'll take our arms out into a cactus, so the back of the hands are on the floor. Take a breath in, and then let both legs fall over like this to the right-hand side. So this ankle is across the thigh, it's not on the kneecap. The shoulders are moving towards the floor if they're not already there, and the back of the head is on the floor. So we just arrive into this shape and notice what you feel. So where do you feel the most sensations? Wherever that is, that's what we call our edge in yoga. So we come to a point where we can feel the edge, but we can breathe comfortably and soften into it. One more breath in here, inhale, exhale, come back to center, and then we'll take that right foot to the floor. And we'll do the same routine to the other side. Take your left knee into your chest, hands just below your left knee, hug the knee all the way in, feel the lower back pressing into the floor, feel the shoulders dropping towards the floor. And on your inhale, we'll let that left knee move away from the body. And as you exhale, draw that left knee in, feeling the lower back pressing into the floor. 3 more like this. Inhale, take the knee away. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, gently press it away. Exhale, draw it back in. Just one more like this. This time, hug it all the way in. Again, just getting a sense of how this feels on this side of the body. So where do you feel the most sensation? And then we'll take your left hand behind your left thigh. Keep the right heel, relax down towards the buttock. And then we'll take that left leg out to the left-hand side. If you can, bring the elbow to the floor. And then take that right knee out to the right-hand side. We'll rest your right hand on your right hip bone, just reminding you to keep the back of the hips on the floor. Drop the shoulders back down towards the floor. And create enough resistance here that you can begin to feel a stretch on that left inner thigh. So our intention here is to use these yoga shapes to arrive into the body and to train our mind to stay present with our experience. And that's where the real magic of yoga happens, in the presence. So if you do find that your mind is drifting off, It's totally normal. Just keep coming back. So we use this as a practice of arriving back every time we catch ourselves, leaving the room, going off, planning our dinner or our shopping or something else. Just one more breath in. Exhale, take the leg back to the center, and we'll take your left ankle across your right thigh. Draw that right leg towards your body. Again, we have these options. So hand behind the thigh. The foot could remain on the floor. If it did on the other side, do the same on this side. You could place a block underneath it or a book if you'd like to raise the foot a little bit. Or you can take your hands behind the thigh or in front of the shin. And as you do this, again, notice what happens in the ankle. So keeping the integrity of the ankle here. So keep your foot flexed. And then let the shoulders move back down towards the floor. So just checking in. Sometimes the breath can be a little bit of a challenge when we start our practice because we think, oh, I can get the poses, but I can't get the breath. And that happens to all of us. So don't worry about that. I'll guide the breath, but your body will breathe intelligently. So if you're getting frustrated and it's impossible to follow it, just breathe normally. Just let go of the breath. And eventually the natural breath will be exactly the way the body and the breath should move together. So we draw this knee towards you, explore opening that left knee away from you. We take one more full breath into your experience here. And then place that right foot on the floor. We'll bring our arms back out into our cactus arms with the back of the hands on the floor. And then we'll let both legs just drop over to the left-hand side. Again, just notice what you feel in the body here. So what shows up in this shape? We'll just take one more breath in here, inhale, and then we'll slowly, mindfully come back to center and uncross your legs. And we'll do one more posture today just to get into the sides of the body. We're keeping it nice and easy because it'll be a little bit easier for you to be very mindful of what's happening in your body when you're actually laying on the floor and you're not trying to hold yourself up. So tomorrow we're going to be starting on our knees. Until then, we're going to stretch out right in the middle of the mat. So right in the middle of the mat, bring your ankles together, arms down by your side. We're coming into a pose called banana asana, which is a complete side bend stretch. Take your right foot over towards the top hand corner of the mat, right side. And then bring your left ankle to sit right beside it, or you can place the heel on top of the ankle. Just see what feels right. Keep your hips right in the center of the mat. We lift the upper body over, scoot it over to the right-hand side of the mat. And then either bring your arms into this nice open cactus so that the elbows are bent and the back of the hands are on the floor. Or you can reach your arms overhead if your shoulders feel open enough. And then take your thumb on your first finger of your right hand. Just rest it lightly around your wrist. Make sure the neck is comfortable and then just settle in. This is a lovely pose to hold for up to even 5 minutes. But today we're just going to hold it for 5 breaths. So just get a sense of what's happening on the right side of your body. Just breathing into the sensations that you're feeling. Just one more breath in here. Inhale. And as you exhale, take your arms back down by your side. Walk the upper body back into the center. Uncross the legs if they're crossed and bring them back into the center. Take a deep breath in. And then just soften everything. And then we'll move to the other side. So keeping the hips in the center of the mat. Bring your left heel over to the left-hand corner and bring your right ankle to meet it, or sit the heel on top of the ankle. And then lift the upper body up towards the left-hand side of the mat. Either keep the arms nice and open in a cactus with the back of the head on the floor, or reach the arms overhead. This time you'll take your left thumb and first finger and just rest it lightly around your wrist here. And then just soften. So it doesn't matter how deep you move into these stretches. You just come to a place that you can feel sensation, and that will feel different for everybody. So yoga works much better if we're not pushing or competing with someone else other than ourselves. Because even though poses may look the same on the outside, each will feel very different in everybody's bodies. So your best teacher and guide is the sensations that you're feeling in your body. We just move into these different shapes so that we can feel them. Of course, there's many other benefits, but we'll just talk a little bit about each one on each day. And just one more breath in here. And as you exhale, take your arms down by your side, bring your upper body into the center of the mat. And then we'll do the same with the lower body. And then we'll take your knees into your chest and just begin to gently rock from side to side here. I like to come into this cannonball shape at the end of most of my practices, because sometimes we need to really fully contract before we can fully soften. So bring your knees all the way into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, bring your forehead to your knees, take a breath in and squeeze everything tightly. And then exhale and soften and arrive into this little mini relaxation. So our focus was more on mindful floor movement. But we'll take these practices. Some days we'll talk more about the breath, and we'll do breathing practices, pranayama practices. Some days we'll have meditation practices. But we'll start with a few days getting into the body, preparing the body for setting for these practices. Just feel your body arriving on the floor. Again, just checking in. If it's not comfortable to fully extend your legs, please feel free to just bend your legs. Take them nice and wide and let the knees fall towards each other, if that feels comfortable. Or you could lie on your side or lie on your belly. Just come to wherever is comfortable. Just feel the body being held by the floor, the earth beneath it. So nothing for you to do here, but to relax and let go. So feel the body breathing. Feel the body being breathed, no effort. And then invite a deeper breath into your body. Introduce some small movement back into your hands and feet. And take a stretch whatever way feels right for your body right now. And maybe a yawn or a sigh or some sound. And then place your feet on the floor. And we'll roll slowly onto your right side. And from your right side, we press ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. And just sitting up nice and tall. We'll place one hand on the center of your chest, one hand on your abdomen. And before we close, just take time just to feel beneath your hands. Feel the warmth of your skin. Feel the texture of your clothing. Feel the movement of your breath. Perhaps you may be able to feel your heartbeat here too. Or a gentle pulsation of energy. We take our hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra, prayer position. And as we inhale, lengthen from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And as we exhale, we bow first to ourselves, our hearts, and to each other. Namaste.